It's really simple, like most good things. Most ideas come in a winery, and there's three founders in this company. There's myself, there's my brother, and there's my better half, my wife. My wife's a physician, a doctor. Me and my brother were both pro runners, and I was a former Army officer. And as you do in a sunny day in San Francisco in one of those beautiful Sonoma wineries, we got chatting about dehydration and how when we were running or when I was in the Army, we wished that we could have had a product. And actually most pro athletes make up their own concoctions. We use grapefruit juice with a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar and some citrates. If you got the citrate wrong, that's a bad day out. We never used the major sports drinks because they had too much sugar in and not enough electrolytes. And my wife was a surgeon in Mexico and treated patients with a thing called oral rehydration therapy, which is a powdered electrolyte drink that was invented by the World Health Organization about 50 years ago. It's as effective as an intravenous drip. Now we thought, or she said, well, have you ever thought about oral rehydration therapy? And both me and my brother, as dumb English guy, said, what? And it was like one of those moments like, no way. There's actually a commercial product that's available to treat medical dehydration, but hasn't been released commercially. And we got thinking about it, and more importantly, Blanca then went to the American College of Sports Medicine and did a whole load of research. She was working in liver research at UCSF at the time in California, and she worked out what you lose as an athlete when you sweat rather than what you lose as a sick person. And a couple of those things are you lose between 550 and 725 milligrams of sodium per hour of exercise. Chloride is also the second most electrolyte lost in sweat, and magnesium is a super important facilitator for many aspects of your body in terms of recovery. What she also did was lowered the amount of sugar, because if you have the correct molecular balance of sugar and sodium, it speeds, now this is a bit technical so I'm sorry about that, it speeds the water absorption process into your body. So as an example, salt always follows sugar and water and electrolytes always follow salt. If you have the correct molecular balance, the sugar acts as a key into your cells, the salt hooks onto it like a bad date on a night out, and the water and the other electrolytes come running into your system and rehydrate you. If, however, you've got too much sugar, like some of the sports drinks or some of the other drinks that are out there, then what happens is the sugar attracts the salt from the cell, so it's leaching the electrolytes from your cells, which is why you see a lot of people bonking at the sort of the 18-mile point. It's also why you have a lot of gastric emptying, and it leaks it, and then it doesn't absorb it. On the flip side, if you have a drink which has no sugar, there's nothing to facilitate the salt getting into the cell. So yes, the salt will eventually get into your body, but much further down the gut. But without sugar, and we're talking minimal sugar, it's not going into the cell. So Blanca came up with a product, and Tom and I were the excitable young puppies to go out and take it to the public. And with the Heartbreakers, we're super happy that we've managed to hydrate everyone, not for their running, but as my wife says, it's Heartbreak Hill Drinking Company, so you're well known for that side of life, and it certainly helped on both sides of the coin, and it's been a super partnership.